Alright, Shalom, Shalom again. First and foremost, before I begin this lesson, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rechak, Kodash, the water, Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai, for the spirit and truth. And as always, double honors to my apostles, the elders of Great Millstone, who will well and taught me the truth through the spirit, Brakatham. And as always, salutations to the Zaquani or Achiam, across the four corners of the earth, that's teaching this truth in sincerity, faith, and honesty. Alright, Shalom, Wahabatham, Wahabachariam, so Yasha'alim, which is peace and love to the elect of Israel, scattered about the four corners of the earth, that are predestined to be saved and escape destruction here, primarily in America, which is Babylon, the great according to the prophecies, thus saith the Bible, which we believe by faith. Alright. Okay, and pretty much through the spirit and power of Yahweh, as you can see the title. Alright, the title is Esau's Enchantments, alright, will not prosper. Alright, because pretty much Esau Edom would be the so-called white man. Alright, and pretty much he has a heavy dose of enchantments, alright, that's being produced, alright, and spread across the four corners of the earth on particular places where so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians abide, because this man know that we are the Hebrew Israelites. Alright, and the reason why he is doing this, alright, is so that he can ultimately, because as it is written, the accuser of our brethren is cast down. Alright, to ultimately accuse us to the Most High that what we are, we're going off so that he can get his birthright back, right? But I was watching Elder Apostle, I was watching Elder Yashuamba's video. Alright, blessed are their eyes, and it just stirred up the spirit, because that's the point. Our people are the Most High, Yahweh Shemashah, have blinded the masses of our people to where they can't see their enemy, they don't know their enemy, and they don't know where they're going. Alright. Okay, they don't know where they come from. Alright, they just walking blindly. And the Lord Yahweh Shemashah sent Esau Edom as the covering cast of all people. Alright, you got our people walking around, alright, not even knowing that there's a third world war getting ready to break upwards across the four corners of the earth. And all these are things that Esau Edom have done by the way of his enchantments, man. Because this is what the ancient Babylonians did, man. Alright, and this is where Esau Edom gets his power from. Alright, so without further ado, I'm just hopping to grab a few precepts and I'm going to get out of here through the spirit. Alright, so, matter of fact, before I get right there, because that's the point, I'm going to read like 2 precepts. Alright, make this video as short as possible. Okay, straight to the point. Because Esau Edom's enchantments will not work, just like in the ancient world. That's why Romans 15:4 says, for the things that are written aforetime are for our learning. Okay, the same thing that particular kings desired to see the downfall and destruction of the so-called Negroes, Latino, Native American Indians. Guess what? The Heavenly Father have upsetted them, just like he's getting ready to do Esau Edom. The Lord is getting ready to upset Esau Edom, all right, by the way of destroying the covering cast. Okay. All right, so let's bring this out real quick on the account of Balaam, and I'm gonna get right to what Balaam said, because the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemashah is gonna come on Esau's enchanters, man, prognosticators, stargazers, necromancers, okay, and they're gonna lie to them, man. That's prophecy, man. That has to happen. It happened again. It happened in the ancient world. It's gonna happen again. Why? Because there's nothing new under the sun. There is no enchantment against Jacob. This is Numbers chapter 23. Numbers chapter 23, verse 11. All right, it says, and Balak said unto Balaam, what hast thou done unto me? I took thee to curse my enemies. Right, because Balaam was a witch. All right, he was a sorcerer. Okay. All right, and Balak wanted to, Balak wanted to, for us to be given over into his hands, for the Most High Yahweh Shemashah to just give us over into his hands, but that can't happen, bro. The Lord said if he would be done away with Israel, if all the stars and all the sands of the sea can be counted. And that has never happened before. So the Lord will never do away with us, because nobody has never counted the numbers of the sands of the sea, and nobody has never counted the stars. So the Lord said he will not do away with the throne of David. Okay? For prophecy's sake, so that his word can be fulfilled, as it is written, my thoughts are not your thoughts. Okay? The Lord said he will work in your days, which you will not believe. What is that? The restoration of righteousness. See? In the downplay of wickedness, man. Scriptures tell you what, how often is the candle of the wicked put out? Alright? So let's go back in this. This is Numbers 23, verse 11. And Balak said unto Balaam, what hast thou done unto me? I took thee to curse my enemies, and behold, thou hast blessed them altogether. Right, so what? Balaam, here it is, he was supposed to curse children of Israel, but the Spirit hopped on him to bless them. And that's just what's going to happen with these witches and these warlocks, man. All right, and these sorcerers. Okay? And these these witches, these necromancers, prognosticators, stargazers. In the times we're coming into, when Esau, Edom run to them in these last days. Okay, the Lord is going to upset them. All right, verse 12. So this is the point. And he answered and said, must I not take heed to speak that which the Lord hath put in my mouth? Damn. So the Lord Yahweh Shai was dealing with a heathen in that time, man. The Lord Yahweh Shai put his words in a heathen's mouth. All right. Okay. But now let me go ahead and prove that in book of Jeremiah, real quick. This is Jeremiah chapter 10, verse 23. O Lord, Yahweh Shai, I know that the way of man is not in himself. Right, so nobody has a free will. The scriptures tell you a man's goings are the Lord. It says, it is not in man that walketh to direct his steps. Right, so man don't even direct his own steps. Man don't even know how many hairs are on their head. Man don't even know if they're gonna live or die to see another day, when they get up in the morning, man. Man don't even know if they're gonna wake up in the next day, man. But who does? Yahweh Shai from the beginning, long years ago, ancient of days ago, man. Okay. It says, "O Lord, correct me." Yep, that's it. Go right back to it. Numbers chapter 23, verse 12. And he answered me and said, must I not take heed to speak that which the Lord hath put in my mouth? Right, St. Matthew 10 and 20. It is not ye that speak, but your Father that speaketh within you. And Balak said unto him, come, I pray thee, with me. Oh, no, that's it. All right, so pretty much Balaam, the witch, sorcerer, had to take heed and abide under the subjection of the Spirit and power of Yahweh Shai to bless the children of Israel. Isaiah chapter 47, verse 12. Stand now with thine enchantments and with the multitude of thy sorceries. Right, so the Most High Yahweh Shai is telling Esau, Edom, to stand, all right, now with his enchanters, man. Stand with his witches and his warlocks. Stand with your sorcerer and stargazers. Stand with your necromancers, all right? And your prognosticators in these times, man. Because you people don't know what's going on. That's why I titled this, The Enchantments of Esau Shall Not Prosper. You people think this is a fucking game. Just because you don't want to know and you don't want to accept it, don't mean it ain't true. This is the truth, man. Okay? You got particular men out here that gave their life for this truth. You're going to find it out the hard way, man, by thinking this truth was a game. All right? Isaiah chapter 47, verse 12. Stand now with thine enchantments and with the multitude of thy sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth. Right. The scriptures tell you what? He come out the womb speaking lies. Ye are your father the devil. Okay? Esau, Edom from birth, was given over as a seed of Satan, man. He was given over as a seed of Satan, man, for prophecy to be fulfilled. All right? From his youth. All right? He is the wicked that the Bible speaks of. It says, wherein hast thou labored from thy youth? If so be that thou shalt be able to profit, if so be that thou mayest prevail. That's the point. Thou art weary in the multitude of thy counsels, lest now the astrologers and stargazers, the monthly prognosticators, stand up and save thee from these things that shall come upon thee, man. So what things is going to get ready to come upon Esau, Edom in these last days, man? With 2/3 of their people, man. Destruction. All right? Destruction, man. Okay? Not salvation. All right? But condemnation, man. All right? And ain't going to be no more wicked rising a second time, man. All right? Or affliction rising a second time. All right? Matter of fact, now let's go ahead and close out with this precept that I just thought about. All right? In the book of Job. Because Esau, Edom, all right, is worried. He's wearied in the multitude of his counselors. All right? And he's going to these witches and these warlocks, and they show you that in the movie Space Jam. All right? When these Charles Barkley and all these other, Patrick Ewing, these guys lost their spirit, their power, all right, because the demons came down and took their talents. All right, who did they go to? They went to the prognosticators. They went to the fortune tellers, man. all right, and told him that this would be, this is your lot, this and this and that, and this is what Esau Edom is doing, man. Going to these fortune tellers, going to these prognosticators, man, to these sources, witchcraft, witches, man. All right, so that he can constantly put up these enchantments, these curses on us, so that we do not wake up from out of this deep sleep of what? The spiritual deep sleep, as it is written. This is not your rest. This is not your spiritual rest, man. You're not supposed to put your heart in this place, man. Yes, we live here and abide here because we're in captivity, but your mind, your heart is supposed to be on prophecy as a man of the Lord. All right, and as a Hebrew Israelite, period, man. That's the first law. Give thy mind, soul, and heart over to Yahweh Shem Yahushai. So let's go ahead and close out on this through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. This is Job chapter 18, verse 8. For he is cast into a net by his own feet. Damn, Esau Edom is cast into a net by his own feet, man. All right, and what is that? In the fullness of his efficiency, all right, when he think his new world order, Nova Secular Order, is going to be fulfilled, all right, when he bring all hell on the masses of you people with martial law and closing down the cities, all right, and locking people off, as it is written, a man shall desire to hear another man's voice, and wipe 2/3 of you people out with a famine, pestilence, all right, CDC getting ready to release these diseases, all right. Okay, guess what? All that's going to backfire on him, man. Okay. Thus saith the scriptures. We're reading it. Job 18 and 8. For he is cast into a net by his own feet. That's right. So here it is. He threw this hook out. He threw this net out. All right. Okay. And the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, had him get caught up in that same net in these last days. Which was a net of what? A net of destruction. A net of corruption. A net of wickedness. See? A net of curses. All right. A net of evilness. A net of judgment. Okay. All right. And ultimately that judgment is going to be Revelations 13 chapter around the 10th verse. He that have an ear, let him hear. If any man, he that leadeth his captivity shall go into captivity. Also in Isaiah the 14th chapter, man. That's that net. Because what? You did it to us. So the scriptures say reward her double. You people are asleep out here, man. Job 18 verse 8. For he is cast into a net by his own feet, and he walketh upon a snare. That's right. So Esau Edom is walking upon a snare, a trap, man. All right. He's been trapped by the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Shem Yahushai. One more precept through the Spirit, since I just said that. This is Job chapter 12, verse 10. In whose hand is the soul of every living thing, and the breath of all mankind. Who hands? Esau Edom's hand? Fuck no, man. All right. That's why King David said, I will not fear what man can do unto me, man. That's why Yahweh said, you don't have any problem with what the Father gives you, man. The Heavenly Father distributes power, man. Okay? All right, so like I said, just right to the point, I just want to make that point clear. All right, that it don't matter how much enchantments you put up. It don't matter how many, it don't matter how, when you get ready to demonize us and all this, we getting ready to, the hell we getting ready to catch, it don't matter, because the man of the Lord got this truth. We sealed in the Spirit, man. And the scriptures tell you, if any man save his life, he shall lose it. We already lost our life on this side, bro. But we in the unity in the body of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, in the body of Yahweh Shai. And guess what? When he come, we're going to be changed just like him. We're going to be right over you, man. All right? And we're going to rule forever, man. And that's what you're afraid of. Seeing a so-called Negro, Latino, African Indian waking up. Men waking up from that captivity of you drowning in with Christianity. And Christianity got shit to do with the scriptures, man. All right? When the scriptures is the Bible, the law, statutes, commandments, and our heritage and our customs, man. But you stole that. So guess what? The Heavenly Father getting ready to repay you, man. All right? And ain't no enchantments can prosper against prophecy. Ain't no enchantments can prosper against prophecy, man. Okay? As it is written. Okay? In due season shall all the things of the Lord be acquired in Sirach, the 39th chapter, man. So with that, I say shalom.